Hi, I'm Erin Riley.
And I'm Susie Rakowski. And for part 3 of the State of Project Search 2020, we are going to be talking about research and new hires.
Check.
And end this presentation about our next 2 conferences.
Thanks,
Erin, let's
Susie.
get started.
I know it. This should be short and sweet, folks. We just tried to break this into 3 sections so that you didn't have to watch the entire thing at one sitting and could rewatch certain parts or show it to different team members if you'd like. All right. So we are totally excited. We've achieved excellent outcomes over the years, and we're happy and we're proud about that. However, we need to do better because our goal is to get 100% employment and not just employment, but careers for our young people so that they can live as independently as they desire. And we have a portal, we have a database, we work with all of you, and we need more research to improve project search outcomes and provide that fertile environment for research and evidence-informed decision-making. And it's only if we have that evidence-informed decision-making that we can really improve transition, health, employment, and quality of life outcomes for individuals with significant disabilities. And this part's important. There are over, 4 million students who receive special education services in the United States every single year. And while not every student will enroll in Project Search, lessons that are learned from Project Search can be used for quality improvement and to transform systems that provide employment and support services to every individual with a significant disability. So we're interested in research, not just because we want to improve Project Search. That certainly is one of our goals, and it's a selfish goal. But we also have a very unselfish goal, and that is to have this research team that helps us to improve the quality of employment and support services for every person with a significant disability. So we currently have active grants from the Ohio DD Council, the Chicago Community Trust, Next for Autism, the Mitsubishi Electric American Foundation, and then we have a collaborating role on an Institute for Education Sciences grant with researchers at Michigan State University, and we're happy with those 5 grants. In addition, we have a 20-year licensing agreement with David Forbes Nixon Foundation in England to disseminate the Project Search model throughout the United Kingdom and Iberia. And then last year, we were part of a team that won a $2.2 million NIH R01 grant with partners from Colorado State University, Indiana University, Temple University, and the University of Florida. So already we have great things going on, but we know we can do better. And so we are incredibly excited to announce that we were given a gift and that allowed us to hire 2 full-time researchers effective July 1st, 2020. The gift came from Gretchen Ketters and her family, and it allows us to develop a research team and puts us in a position to take a lead on national grants and dissemination about Project Search. Those 2 full-time researchers, as I mentioned, will have joined our team effective July 1st. And in fact, we already are getting ready to submit our very first grant. The timeline was quick, and it came along more quickly than we expected, but it fit. And our 2 new researchers are Dr. Dennis Cleary. He's an occupational therapist with an OTD. Most of you have met or are familiar with Dennis. He's the co-creator of the VoqueFit tool. And then Amanda Buncher, Dr. Amanda Buncher. She has a PhD in education. Amanda had worked on our team as part of our vocational transition clinic, and we couldn't be happier to welcome Amanda and Dennis full-time to our team. Please welcome them to our family. I want to show you our research plan. We have an ambitious agenda. It's designed to improve project search and drive scholarly articles. And we have 5 core strands that we've identified. The first is to look at the project search curriculum and how we can make it better. What do we need to deliver so that our internships, our skills training, everything we do is a tight package that ensures that our interns are learning as much as they possibly can. The second strand is looking at the VocaFit assessment. We're going to look at how we use that with our interns, but we also are looking at how we can push that and the curriculum back into schools for the junior and senior year of any school district. And so, because the VocaFit is out there to be used by really anyone who's interested. The third strand is to look at the outcomes from our database and portal. What are we finding? What are we learning? How can we do better? What is the research showing us? We're in a really unique place to be able to pull information from over 4,000 young people. And there aren't many programs that can do that easily. We can, and we need to be using it to advance the programs and our outcomes. Number 4 is the relationship between health and employment status, getting back to that health matters, and healthy relationships. You know, what do we know about work and health? How does health impact work and lifestyle choices and independence? And then number 5, we want to look at how accommodations and adaptations are used or could be used to overcome what is perceived to be deficits in performance for people with developmental disabilities. So hopefully, instead of saying, well, a person can't do this or they can't do that, we would say, well, perhaps the reason they can't is because we haven't figured out how to create the right accommodation and adaptation. How can we create that to help this young person overcome that situation and go on to the position of their dreams? So that's our research plan. It is ambitious. I just want to finish by saying, you know, there's a lot of university centers that we partner with, lots of groups out there. We really are at a place now where we can drive this agenda, but we'd love to partner with those of you who are interested. So please reach out and we'll introduce you to Dennis and Amanda. And then the 7th thing, this is really important. I'm incredibly proud of this. We expect in the next couple months to have 3 new positions, 3 positions on our team. We have always had 2 people on our vocational education clinic, Marcy Mendelson and Amanda Buncher. And Marcy and Amanda were based here at Children's Hospital, and they meet with every young person 14 and older who is diagnosed or newly diagnosed with a disability at Children's Hospital. They meet with them and they help them to plan educational, life, and employment goals and to make sure they're linked to all services. So Marcy has been in this job for many, many years, and Amanda only for a year. But Marcy is retiring in the next few months, and Amanda, as I've already mentioned, was just promoted to our research position. So both of these positions are open. One is full-time and the other is part-time. And we are going to be recruiting for those 2 positions. We, in Project Search, you know, COVID has been a pretty terrible time, but the work that's currently being done on increasing diversity and acknowledging diversity, I think Susie and I believe it's long overdue. And we also recognize we have to do our part. We have a very small team in Project Search, and we've worked really hard to be diverse. You know, we have gay and straight, Christian, Jewish, and agnostic. We have male and female. We have black and white. We have people with disabilities and people without disabilities. So we have worked hard, but the truth is we need to do better. And we would like to be intentional about our diversity. We are really very interested in hiring more diverse candidates and welcoming you to Project Search. And so if you're interested in working with us, please reach out and talk to our team. The third position that we're going to have is a full-time research assistant position. All three of these positions do require bachelor's degrees. The research assistant position will be working with Dr. Cleary and Dr. Buncher to move forward our research agenda. And, you know, all I can say is give us a shot. We're trying, we're totally psyched about this. Diversity is the name of the game. It's the way of the future. It's the only way we're all going to thrive. And we're pumped that we have these positions and can offer them and put them out there for all of you to consider.
So again, we would love to see some interest from this, and especially the VocEd Clinic, I think, really excites me. There are so many young people that need connections to resources, and it's not just Cincinnati. We serve such a large population, don't we, Erin, from Kentucky and Indiana and Ohio, and so you'd be working with quite a wide array of young people and their families.
All three of these jobs, however, would require relocation to Cincinnati. So that's the one thing that you should all know.
Yes.
All right, Susie, next.
So we are going to end our State of the State Project Search 2020 with information about the next two conferences.
Yes, we're doing it differently. I think one of the things we learned from COVID is that we had the best of plans, but they fell through and we were unable to go to Baltimore. But in order to get out of that contract, we were able to negotiate a future date with them, which means from now on, we won't keep our sites a secret, and we will probably announce or have a plan for 2 years in a row at least. So you want to talk about our two next places?
Absolutely. So we have known about Milwaukee for a little while. We are going to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the Wisconsin Center.
In 2021.
Right, next July, July 12th through July 16th. So mark those dates down. The hotel will be the Milwaukee Hilton. It's a Art Deco hotel. It's beautiful and it's connected to the Wisconsin Center, which is a small convention center. For those of you that don't know, Milwaukee's a really fun, especially a fun summer town. And it's on the water and it's beautiful. So we're really excited about that. I think even more excited is going back to Baltimore since we weren't able to be there this year. So we want to talk a little bit about Baltimore.
Sure. So in 2022, we'll be going back to the Baltimore Hilton in Baltimore, Maryland. It'll be July 25th through 29th in 2022. We have a lot of fun events. You know, the rooms, many of the rooms overlook the baseball stadium. We're right in the heart of, you know, what's it called?
Inner Harbor.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You can see the ships
there's so
from
much
your rooms.
To do. We had lots of events planned this year that were going to be spectacular. We expect to do those same events in 2022. We do know that Wednesday night, our event's going to be at the National Aquarium. We also know we're going to be partnering with NIH to showcase a lot of their work with Project Search and just talk about the gifts they bring and the research they're doing as well. So please mark both of those down. Consider coming to both. There are two big learning opportunities of the year. At the two chances we get to bring teams together. We work really, really hard to raise money so that we can offset the costs for these. As if you've ever been to a conference, you know that we keep our price as low as possible while we still provide most food for the week and most events for the week at no additional cost to the folks who come. We believe in being fun and learning as much as you can. It doesn't have to be, well, it can be fun and you can learn a lot. They do go together. And Susie, how about our last slide?
Well, we're super excited about this as well. So as you know, we talked in one of our other State of Project Search about continuing education credits. And we know that many of you, especially skills trainers, job developers, VR counselors, need continuing education credits to keep up your license. So for the pre-conference sessions, which we typically have 4 to 6 different pre-conference sessions, you can receive 7 hours for attending that one-day pre-conference session. And then you can receive up to 10 hours for the general conference, and depending on how many of those breakout sessions you attend. You would get a 1-hour credit for each breakout session you attend and 2 credit hours for attending the State of Project Search general session, which is usually held Wednesday morning of the conference. And that
Speaking of which, though, we have exciting news.
Yes.
We did talk to CRCC, and they are willing to give 2 credit hours for this virtual State of Project Search session. You would have to watch all 3 sessions, and there will be some objectives and a small test that you have to take that we will be releasing, but you will be able to get 2 credit hours for these this State of the State Project Search.
And this is, again, no cost to you.
Right, no cost to you.
We want you to watch these. We want you to learn things, give you ideas of how to partner, how to brainstorm, how to make your project search program the best it can be, especially this year with things so uncertain. And we know that this fall is going to be a challenge for many of our sites.
So I think we have one final slide. It's hard. Yeah. So you know what? This is the end. I guess what I would say is that we would not want to repeat 2020. This has been rough, and we know it's been hard on you, and such a time of unknowns, and just it's hard to plan. It's hard to know what to do, but it has forced us to reflect on what it means to be Project Search, and we are happy to talk to you about that. We'll talk to your steering committee, your team, your state. We talk to you individually if you want to call us on the phone. We know what it means, and we'll work with you this year to figure it out and make it work for you and your team.
We've also found lots of unique and creative way to connect with our teams. I didn't even know what Zooming was before April and March. And now I can navigate usually my way through a Zoom meeting. But we've had all kinds of statewide meetings, statewide trainings, individual meetings, just lots and lots of ways to talk with groups of teams, individual teams, statewide teams, et cetera.
Yeah, COVID has forced us to evaluate our program delivery and create effective options. And as Susie mentioned, Teaching and Training for Success will be available virtually or in person, and it will be available. It can be broken into 8 2-hour sessions, 4 4-hour sessions, about any way you want to deliver it. It can be delivered more than once if people haven't been present. So we are looking at how we can take some of what we do and deliver it differently due to COVID.
Like we said, we've been working on updating our program materials, and that includes our resource guide, the curriculum, the Project Search employability skills curriculum, as well as looking at some of the new things like building healthy relationships at work and Health Matters. And we're really excited to be able to offer those to you if you're on the portal.
Right. It's forced us to examine the diversity of our team and create an action plan to address and improve. We are very sincere about this. We're delighted about what the future holds for our team. And we look forward to kind of standing up for what the world should look like.
And just delivering this State of Project Search 2020 through technology and not in person. We wish we could have been with you this week in Baltimore, but we will be able to deliver this through Zoom and through technology, and we're always learning about new ways to connect with you, and again, virtually, and hopefully sometime in later in this year, in person.
So we'll say goodbye. We miss you all very much. This is, it's been just a bittersweet time for us. You know, every day we say, gosh, we'd be at the conference right now with all these people, and we'd be, you know, re-energizing ourselves and our teams, and we're not. But as we mentioned, it isn't without its positives. We miss you. We hope to talk to all of you soon. Please remember, we will work with you to do whatever it takes to get your programs up and running. 2 key words are creativity and flexibility. And don't hesitate to call us. Please reach out. We're here for you. It's why we're here. And we want to help you get through this time. Any last words, Suze?
Stay healthy, stay strong.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. Thank
Bye.
you.